Update. Husband, 30M, and I, 28F, opened our relationship and now everything is terrible. Original. We're getting a divorce. He came home yesterday afternoon and we had a long, very emotional talk. I asked him questions that I never asked when he told me she was pregnant. He admitted to not using protection. He says he never slept with her before we opened the relationship, but he did kiss her. He said she's the only one he's slept with. He said the night before he gave me the open or divorce ultimate. When we argued about sex, was a last-ditch effort to get me to work on things. He admitted that he should have just asked for a divorce instead of asking to open the relationship. He also said I share some blame in this marriage falling apart, which I agree with. I asked him if he remembers if I was always like this. He said in the first 13 years of our relationship I was enthusiastic about having sex even if my sex drive was low. He admitted he hasn't been in love with me for a while, and he is in love with this other woman. I asked why he suddenly wants kids. He said he's slowly changed his mind about kids over the years but never said anything because our relationship has been so broken that it wouldn't have mattered. He thinks I didn't go to therapy because of my parents. They're very conservative and religious and believe if you pray hard enough God will give you the answer. And he thinks I subconsciously have an aversion to therapy because of them. I asked him if he hasn't been in love with me for a while, why not divorce me when he realized that. He told me he loves me, and he was in love with me once and he wanted to make his marriage work. When he kissed her, he realized it was probably too late but said there was a part of him that didn't want to leave me. He never expected to fall in love with her. He asked me if I was still in love with him and I said I didn't know. He said that probably means no. We agreed a divorce is the best thing we can do for ourselves and each other. We also agreed to make the divorce as painless as possible. I want to sell the house. He agreed and said he'll move out in the meantime. He said whatever he doesn't take with him I can keep or sell. We didn't talk about alimony or anything. I'll let my lawyer and his lawyer deal with that. But I'm not sure I'm entitled to it since I work a decent job. And from what I've read, in my state that might be enough for a judge to say no. I feel pretty numb right now. I don't think I have the energy to cry anymore. I still haven't told anyone. He said he'll wait to tell people until we get lawyers involved because it's going to be a mess with family and friends once they find out. Anyway, that's all. He's gone and I'm laying in bed, still processing everything. Surprisingly, I don't hate him. I'm not mad. I made a promise to myself to contact a therapist on Monday and I'm holding myself to that this time.
I want to thank everyone for the advice, as harsh as some of it was.
Surprisingly, I don't hate him. I'm not mad. This girl is how you know you did the right thing. Two people who didn't work out, it's so much harder said than done, but no, in the grand scheme of your life this will just be one chapter. It's closing and another one is being written. I'm sorry you went through this. However, this is a perfect example of why I tell people to end the relationship when one partner asks to open it, because one of two things has happened. They've had an inappropriate emotional relationship to the point that sex is on the table, or they are already cheating. When a monogamous partner asks for an open relationship, it's already over. It will string for a while, but in 6 months' time you'll both be happier. I made a promise to myself to contact a therapist on Monday and I'm holding myself to that this time. That's the one sparkling gem that came through all of this heartbreak. Sorry for what you've both been going through. Glad you both are on the path to moving on now. I am sorry that you are going through this. I am sending you strength and I will keep you in my thoughts. People hugging. Sorry for the divorce, but seems like it is needed. I am glad you will look into therapy. He says he never slept with her before we opened the relationship, but he did kiss her. Always seems to be the case. Even if he's telling the full truth. Whenever someone asks to open it up, they have their eye on someone at least. I'm sad and happy for you at the same time. I figured after your first post that he was in love with this other woman. I also figured you weren't in love with him anymore either. Considering opening the marriage made you feel relief and not pain and disgust. At least you were able to sit down and acknowledge that it was a two-way street and that the best will be to move on. It hurts now, but once the shock of it is gone, you will feel a lot better. You're doing the right thing. Work with your therapist and work on self-healing. Learning to love you and your life will take time and be worth it. This was really sad and it truly breaks my heart. I'm so sorry that this happened to you. I had this feeling that he was in love with her, cause why else would he be sleeping with the same person over and over, and someone who you know at that. So he cheated on you because he kissed her before opening the relationship. Wow. I hope his new life is hell and I hope he regrets it. When his new wife is a new mother and doesn't have a sex drive. Wonder if he need to open the marriage to accommodate his sex drive. Probably. Good luck to you. You are very reasonable and rational. Many people in your situation are similar or unable to communicate as well as you two did. I am sorry that you are going through this. One chapter closes and another one opens. You seem to know your answer. Up. Listen to the feedback your ex gave. His feedback is spot on and insightful. Even if his own actions were deplorable and immature, you didn't seek a therapist prior to the marriage opening for a simple reason. You didn't think the marriage was worth it. The fact you're only getting a therapist for yourself after the fact says a lot. Throughout this post and your previous, you come across as passive about the marriage. Marriage is work. Work you weren't willing to invest in. Please work on yourself for a while before dating again. After that, dating is fine to figure out what you want, but don't get into a long-term relationship until you're mature enough to put in effort they require. Note, none of this excuses the ex's behavior. Wow, the owl really caught a prize, huh? A cheating husband who doesn't wear protection and gets another woman PG ASAP. What a mess. I don't buy, they just kissed before opening the relationship. Op just barely made it from this crazy mess. Phew. Op is lucky to get out now. An open relationship is just asking for trouble. I know you're probably hurting a lot right now, but you really deserve better. He lied, cheated and betrayed you. He didn't even use protection and completely disregard your well-being. If he wasn't happy, he could have communicated it more clearly with you. If he realized that he had feelings for someone else, he should have cut it off and communicated with you and should have tried to work things out, but no. He cheated, lied to you about his reasons for an open relationship and hurt you while stringing you along. How long would he have let things go on if it wasn't for the pregnancy? He's trash and didn't deserve your love and trust, so please don't blame yourself too much. This is completely on him. Another open marriage success story brought to you by Reddit. Happy days. Why do you want alimony if you work a decent job and the divorce is mutual? Honestly, you probably don't even need a lawyer if the divorce is mutual. This is heartbreaking. People make mistakes, but you have had an open relationship for 4 months following him cheating initially and already having a partner lined up. You deserve so much better, and I am not going after him. Just stating facts. People telling you that you don't deserve his money? She doesn't decide this. If she is eligible, she should absolutely take it. By discussing openly with him, hopefully you get some closure moving forward, which will help with your healing. The truth is the hardest part is yet to come. Divorce. Telling family and coming to terms with he is a father. You commented that it is going to be a mess with family and friends. I know you decided not to tell anyone, but I disagree. You need support. He has support with his new girlfriend and you do not. Please tell some of you closest friends and family and build a support system. You do not have to bash him, but please do not cover for the things he has done. It will slow your recovery process. How far along is she?
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.